Hello, good morning YouTube. Punta lang tayong Ospital ng Makati. Sabay case discussion episode 7. Let's go. Meron tayong nakaschedule na procedure ngayong umaga. It's a case of a 23-year-old female with a 3 years history of on and off epigastric pain with radiation to the back. May history din siya ng symptoms of regurgitation. So epigastric pain na on and off. Negative for other signs and symptoms. Around 2 years ago, meron siyang ultrasound na may findings sa pancreas. Questionable pancreatic mass. According sa patient, she was advised further workup like CT scan. Lost to follow up siya until this year when she finally decided to proceed with the workup. With the history of ultrasound na may pancreatic mass, multiphasic CT scan of the abdomen was done, which revealed a 7 cm cystic lesion occupying the body and tail of the pancreas. And yung cystic lesion was described with an enhancing membranous lesions inside. Ang primary consideration is hydatid cyst. So hydatid cyst infection, which is caused by a tapeworm called Echinococcus. Most probably may na-ingest siya na eggs ng tapeworm either through an infected water or food. Baka exposed siya sa infested na dog. Hydatid cyst of the pancreas. So it's a rare condition. Pero sige, since yun ang basa ng CT scan, let's just accept that. Maybe because of the description of having an enhancing membranous like lesions inside the cyst. Pero other considerations are the pancreatic cystic neoplasms. According sa CT scan, MRCP is suggested to further describe the lesion. So, contrast enhanced MRCP was done. Ang results showed again a 7 cm cystic lesion sa pancreatic body and tail. This time, iba naman ang description. They are describing the lesion as predominantly cystic with internal septations with scattered solid nodules. So iba. By MRCP, ang impression naman is solid pseudo-papillary pancreatic neoplasm. So totally different impressions. Pero differentials pa rin yung other types of pancreatic cystic neoplasm. So, ano-ano ba yun? Let's discuss briefly yung pancreatic cystic neoplasms or PCN. Dalawang category yan. First category is the non-mucinous type and the second is the mucinous type. Under the non-mucinous type, dyan papasok yung serous cystic neoplasm of the pancreas. So serous cyst. And the other one is the solid pseudo-papillary pancreatic neoplasm. Under the mucinous type naman, dyan papasok yung mucinous cystic neoplasm and the other one is the intraductal papillary mucinous neoplasm, IPMN. Yung IPMN is further divided into the branch type, the main duct type, and the mixed type, which is a combination of the branch and main duct type. So bakit ba kailangang i-differentiate? Kasi all of those cysts have a malignant potential except for the serous cyst neoplasm of the pancreas. Whether it's hydatid cyst or pancreatic cystic neoplasm, the size is 7 centimeters and symptomatic ang patient. So there's an indication to do surgery. Since it's located in the pancreatic body and tail, ang proposed surgery is exploratory laparotomy and distal pancreatectomy with possible splenectomy. Looking at the images with the vague history of epigastric pain na on and off, tapos sa CT scan may konting description of signs of pancreatitis, I'm thinking baka pseudocyst din siya of the pancreas. Baka undetected lang before nagkaroon siya ng pancreatitis na nag-resolve. Ngayon presenting with pseudocyst of the pancreas. Kung pseudocyst siya ng pancreas, management is different. Don't need distal pancreatectomy. If symptomatic pseudocyst siya, all you need to do is internal bypass. You do cystojejunostomy, meaning you open up the pseudocyst and connect it with the jejunum. So we were discussing the case. Kaya ang naging plan is exploratory laparotomy. We check first if it's really a pancreatic cyst or a pseudocyst. Kung pseudocyst siya, we proceed with cystojejunostomy. Now, if intra findings naman, makita namin na it's pancreatic cyst, we go for distal pancreatectomy. If it's hydatid cyst, we need to be careful not to rupture the cyst kasi baka mag-lead into secondary infection pag nag-spill yung contents ng cyst. So, distal pancreatectomy with possible splenectomy. Possible splenectomy because looking at the images, yung cystic lesion kasi is in close contact with the splenic vessels. So I'm afraid na baka hindi namin ma-separate. Pag tinaray namin i-separate, baka mamaya ma-rupture pa namin yung cyst. If it's hydatid cyst, hindi favorable yon. So yun ang scheduled procedure natin this morning. Let's continue the discussion later. Hello again. So kakagaling lang nating hospital. Let's continue with our discussion. So again, we have a 23-year-old female with a history of 3 years na on and off epigastric pain. So we did exploratory laparotomy. On exploration, ito na ngayon na nakita. Upon opening of the abdomen, we noted engorged vessels sa perigastric area and parts of the omentum. We opened the lesser sac. Napansin namin may parang inflammation going on posterior to the stomach, and parang yung posterior wall ng stomach adherent to the area of the pancreas. If it were a pancreatic cyst or hydatid cyst, I was expecting at least yung posterior wall ng stomach separate from the pancreas or from the cyst itself. Pero intra findings namin, mukhang adherent yung posterior wall ng stomach doon sa dinidescribe nilang pancreatic cyst. So immediately ang iniisip ko, it might be pseudocyst with the engorged vessels na nanoot namin around. Parang ang picture niya is something na inflammatory process going on dun sa area. For me, it's not a picture of something like a pancreatic cyst or even malignancy. So baka pseudocyst siya. So we proceeded with the exploration. So upon lifting the transverse colon, upon checking the mesentery, kapansin-pansin yung cystic lesion sa may left side, sa may area to the left of the middle colic vessels. Nakaumbok doon yung cyst, and yung itsurang yon, that's a picture of a pseudocyst. Parang yung mesentery ng transverse colon is part of the cyst wall. So yun ang findings. We're thinking it's pseudocyst. Ang question, how to approach. Pag pseudocyst kasi, you open the cyst doon sa may mesentery ng transverse colon, and from there you create an opening, then do Roux-en-Y cystojejunostomy. Ang problem is, pre-op, may official reading na it's probably hydatid cyst. Kung hydatid cyst yun, hindi mo dapat nira-rupture or hindi mo dapat ino-open yung cyst, kasi baka magkaroon ng secondary infection, ng hydatid infection. So yun ang dilemma. So we decided to aspirate the cystic lesion using a 10cc syringe, being careful na hindi mo ma-rupture yung cyst and hindi ka magkaroon ng spillage. So upon aspiration, we were able to aspirate a clear fluid. So mukhang pseudocyst lang siya. Thinking now na it's pseudocyst, we opened that area sa may mesentery ng transverse colon. Again, taking care na yung fluid is masuction, walang spillage. And after opening that area, we took samples for frozen section. While waiting for the frozen section results, we explored the cystic lumen. We identified yung mga septations inside, mga thin membranous septations containing clear fluid. So binirate lang namin yung septations na yon. Then we noted na yung lumen ng cyst is composed of granulation tissues and some necrotic debris. So mukha siyang pseudocyst. We finally received the frozen section results. Ang findings, walang nakitang mucosal lining sa cyst lumen, and the wall contains fibrous inflammatory tissues consistent with pseudocyst. So ang ginawa namin is cystojejunostomy. We created a rulimed from the jejunum. We intersected the jejunum around 20 to 30 centimeters from the ligament of Treitz. So we anastomosed the rulimed to the pseudocyst opening sa area ng transverse colon mesentery. Then we did the jejunostomy around 30 to 40 centimeters from the cystojejunostomy anastomosis. After the anastomosis, we placed GP drain near the area of the cystojejunostomy site. Then the procedure was ended. So, points to consider here. So, very important ang history taking. Unclear kasi kung nagkaroon ng pancreatitis episode yung patient. 2, if initially ultrasound revealed a pancreatic lesion, importante ang succeeding workups. So for this case, multiphasic CT scan was done. Doon nakita na parang hydatid cyst, which is very rare. Before you think of a rare condition, ano bang mas common? So probably mas common ang pseudocyst. And looking at the CT scan imaging, kapansin-pansin kasi yung cystic lesion being described, parang ang kapal ng capsule, mga around 1 centimeter. And the adjacent structures like the stomach, parang adherent dun sa capsule itself, which makes you think parang pseudocyst nga ito. Although it's very difficult really to differentiate kung pancreatic cystic neoplasm ba ito or pseudocyst, medyo difficult yun eh. Tapos sasabayan mo pa na mukha siyang hydatid cyst, difficult din i-differentiate. So if hindi clear with CT scan, there's an option to do MRI or contrast enhanced MRCP para lang ma-further describe yung lesion. Just like for this case, contrast enhanced MRCP was done. Ibang basa. Ang basa was solid pseudopapillary pancreatic neoplasm. Ang description by MRCP is cystic lesion septated with several solid nodularities. Kung iisipin mo, pwede rin siyang necrotic debris of pseudocyst. So, pre-op surgical planning is important. So, ang ginawa namin is exploratory laparotomy. We try to explore first, thinking na baka nga pseudocyst lang muna siya, and dapat ready ang frozen section to document. So, for pseudocyst, for me, ang definitive procedure is Roux-en-Y cystojejunostomy. By the way, please don't hesitate to comment below, especially if you have a different opinion on the case. So that's our case for today. I hope you're enjoying our case discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe, See you in my next video. Thank you for watching.